Hey y'all, how's it going? So today we're doing a breakdown of me and Monty's recent game with Monty's friend Demetrius. Demetrius was tough. He was one of the best players on the team. All right, so let's just take a look first and foremost, right? We're still loading into the game here. I'm kind of just doing this commentary as a voiceover for Monty, but let's take a look. As you can see, there's me, the 99, Monty's the 74, and then Demetrius, I think, was an 85 in this game. We're all small forwards. As you can see, I'm shooting 60%. He's shooting 47, and Demetrius is shooting 55. So I'm just going through it. To preface, we did lose this game, but I don't think we can chalk that fault up to anybody. I think it was a great all-around team performance. Let's take a look here. We're going to play some defense here. Monty's standing still, guarding absolutely nobody. He's going. All right, I'm sagging off my guy completely in help defense. We're there. We're sitting. Monty's still kind of lost, but I'm assuming it's his lag. All right, Monty's man's going to get a wide open shot, as you can see. But we get the rebound because he kind of sucks, right? So I'm going to go and just give him a little pass. Demetrius scores. And we're up 2-0, right? So after that, we're going to play defense again. I think I do get blown by here if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm mistaken. All right, so he has to pass it. And then I sank all the way down for some reason. I don't think that's the best decision I could have made. But then I sink again to help out with Monty's man. But then the second I go back up because my guy got the ball, unfortunately he kicks it back out and he scores on Monty's man. Monty's man scores. So then we have the ball on offense. I pass to Demetrius. Monty's running around the top of the key. He's open at the three-point line. Demetrius misses a dunk. But I don't think that's a crazy shot for Demetrius to take. You know, he's pretty good at that. So that was just a nice little alley-oop from the other team. Can't really blame anybody for that. That was just a great play by the other team. Here we go. I'm taking the ball up. And I did miss both of my wide-open teammates here. That's on me. I definitely should have passed that. But I did not trust Monty at the three-point line, unfortunately, yet. And we just weren't up by enough. And then this guy just comes and dunks on me. So that's really unfortunate as well. As you can see here, I'm looking down the court. I accidentally throw a bad pass. The guy was running. He just kind of cut it off. All right, so he's going to inbound the ball to me. This is just an easy dunk. I mean, Monty was open there, but the dunk's a higher percentage shot, which is why we took that. Also, there was a wide open lane. You never give that up. So I'm guarding my man here. He's kind of in a box and he just blows past me. 2K sucks sometimes, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to get inbounded the ball again. Monty's bringing it up now. Not really playmaking or anything, but he does pass the ball. All right, and then I'm looking for Demetrius, who cuts at the exact right time. We hit him for another easy dunk. I try to get a reach, or I try to get a steal here, and unfortunately it's a reach. All right, so they inbound to Monty's man. Monty's man blows by him and gets a dunk, unfortunate. But, you know, that's how the game works sometimes. Monty brings the ball up. He's dribbling. All right, I didn't set a screen there. I don't know why I didn't set the screen there. I get past the ball in the corner. Demetrius sets a screen. I hit him back. Unfortunately, it didn't do like one of the overarm passes that I really kind of wanted to do. I was scared to shoot that, but I go get the dunk anyway. So 2 more points. It's now 8-12. Monty is playing defense here. Then it gets past my guy, who almost gets the dunk, but luckily I was there to, you know, kind of defend it. I almost throw a turnover off of a regular bounce pass. Then right here I'm posting up. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I knew I wanted to pass it. But then when I was in there, I saw how big the green meter was. I really thought I could make it, and for some reason I let go really early. So that's on me. I should have hit that shot. If anything, that's a bad shot by me. I really didn't think he was going to make that. But Monty's man scores again, wide open at the 3. Yeah, I mean, just a bad play from me there. I tried to go to my go-to shot, and it just got snatched. and then I couldn't get the block either. But I hit Monty on this quick little outlet pass. All right. Then I'm gonna try to play defense again. Get smoked. Can't grab the ball to save my life. It's really bad. All right. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and do it back to them, because you're not gonna do that to me twice. You know what I mean? Now at this point, I get a steal, right? And I think I passed it out to Monty right here. I lied. I lied. I was selfish there. So passing it out to Monty would not have been a terrible decision there, but you know, we scored, and that's what's good about this play. All right, here we're playing defense. I get blown by a little bit. Monty's man is open. We both go jump to that. All right, I'm guarding two people, and then I'm guarding my man alone. Second, I hop off Monty's man, and we just know he's not hitting this three, so we pass it out. We're off to the races, and for some reason, Monty takes a three-pointer. I don't know why he did that, considering the fact that he shoots 20% from three, but he took a three-pointer. It causes them to get the ball back. He reaching fouls, and then I think they score here in this game. Yep, Monty's man misses the alley-oop, so unfortunately we didn't get the rebound, but my man is open at the top of the key. Let's see what he does. He passes it to Monty's man, who gets the ball ripped unbelievably. All right, and then it gets hit to Monty, who gets blocked, unfortunately, after he told us he was wide open at the rim. And unfortunately, you know, tough thing is we lost, right? If we look at the stats, which we will here in a second, I know I pull them up after every game. So if we look at the stats here, I had 8 points on 67% from the field. Monty had 2, and then Demetrius also had 2 on 67% from the field. So nobody had a terrible game, but I definitely feel like I could have played better this game. You know, Monty was 1 for 3, which is unacceptable, but I was also 4 for 6, and I had 2 turnovers. The 2 turnovers killed us. So just unacceptable performance overall from me. But as for the guys, they did everything that they could to win, right? I can't blame them too much. Moving on to the next game, as you can see here, I'm going to quickly switch my build. All right, so I'm switching to my point guard, and I think right now we're going to have to do a very close look as soon as we get into the game. All right, first off, Monty said he wasn't on his phone, but if you just saw there, that's the animation of him getting off his phone. He's a liar. All right, second, Monty's on a 72 overall, or 74 overall still, but his friend changed to a, I can't remember if it's Demetrius or Dequarius, and I know I'm just messing it up, so hopefully he doesn't see this video. I just met him for the first time today, so I feel kind of bad that I'm messing it up, but anyway, yeah, I shoot 92, I'm a 92 overall, Monty's a 74, he's a 92 as well, and we're going against these guys. Now, this is a game that we won for sure. As you can see here, I shoot 69% from the field and 72% from 3. Keep that in mind later, right? Monty still shoots now he's actually lowered to 16.7% from 3 because he missed that 3 last game. So just keep that in mind. Monty is not the greatest outside shooter. We're going to try and turn him into one, but he's just not there yet, right? So game's going to start. Monty's man gets hit. He was kind of wide open. Luckily, he misses. And we're just off to the races, right? I see Monty, but I also see the guy sitting there on the cut, right? So I'm going to try and hit one of my teammates here. I went to Monty. Monty didn't go up, even though he has a height advantage. But I understand that because you don't want to miss that shot, right? Absolutely outstanding dunk. You know, that's just really disrespectful. A nice dunk overall, right? I'm helping Monty with his man. I'm going to recover to mine, except both of them are in that direction. And I thought the brown shirt there was Monty, so I thought Monty had got the steal originally, but no. All right, quick little mid-range, just off the outlet pass, and we're up 4-0. All right, I try to get a steal here, unsuccessful. As you can see, we have someone in help, and Monty's also playing heavy help despite his man having the ball. Don't exactly know what that's about, but I have the ball here. All right, I'm wide open, so I'm just gonna shoot it. They're really good at closing out, and I do pick up on that later on. But as of right now, just Monty's getting cooked. Luckily, Monty's man doesn't shoot. It's actually his friend's man that shoots. So, I mean, just unfortunate that they scored there. All right, I hit Monty wide open at the 3-point line. For some reason, he drives in. I understand that. He shoots 16% from 3. I would drive in too. But he loses the ball, and then it leads to a quick 3-pointer. So now we're down 7-6. All right, he tries to get the steal. He misses. We're off to the races. And this is on me. I kind of slowed the tempo down a little bit, but I was looking for a better shot than what I could have. And Monty's wide open again at 3. Unfortunately, he doesn't shoot it. All right, but it's fine because I'm cooking my man, and there's a quick dunk. All right, we're up 8-7 now. All right, we're back on defense. I'm staying on my man. My man is doing some crazy dribble moves. I've never seen that move before. All right, he's trying to stay on him. That's the important part. All right, that's not a steal somehow. Thank you, 2K. That's also not a steal. All right, and I think that was an egregious shot, to be quite honest with you. It was early. It was 11% contested. No way he should have made that, but okay. All right, and then he comes. Their big man comes and just fouls me for some reason. I know I'm scary. I know I'm intimidating. I know I'm shooting 100%, but you don't need to foul me that early. All right, I had a nice little pass to his friend, and he just, man, that guy was like touching the ground. All right, we can't sell this clip. This is really unfortunate. We're gonna actually sell this clip because Monty takes another 3. Not entirely sure what he's doing here. All right, but a fading 3 leads to them getting a 3 that they just kind of miss. All right, I'm open at the corner, except I'm no longer open at the corner. Great closeout. All right, this guy's just gonna run down and dunk it. Now we're down by 3. 11-8. I'm gonna run down the court. I should have hit Monty there. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm gonna hit him eventually. All right, and he misses despite being wide open. Okay, maybe not wide open. It does just say open. All right, I'm sitting up on that. We get a contest, and that causes them to miss the shot. All right, I'm gonna hit Monty here, and for some reason he didn't shoot it immediately, despite being like in an animation where he would have got a dunk. All right, I'm sitting wide open at the top of the key. Unfortunately, I know they're gonna close out. So I gotta find a shot, and I hit Monty again for some reason. That's on me. I gave him the ball with too little time left. He gave it back to me. We were able to get the shot off and not get the shot clock violation, but we missed. So unfortunate. My guy's gonna miss a 3. We're almost not gonna get the rebound. All right. Then when we get the rebound, it's hit to me, wide open, 3 ball. All right. That's just kind of easy. We expect to do that. You're expected to hit those shots and knock those down. I tried to go for a steal. Unfortunately, just didn't happen. All right, just didn't work out for us. But you know, Monty gets the steal somehow. Right, the guy dribbles into Monty. All right, I pretended I was gonna shoot, kicked it out, and then there's a 3. So now we're up 14-11. I'm gonna try and take a charge here for some reason. Not the smartest idea I've ever had, but luckily my guy misses the 3 despite being open. And I'm going to take one of my own and just go ahead and make that. Great shot. 17-11. All right, we're up by 6. Monty's man is... I don't know why Monty's playing so far back off his man, so I come and try and help. Unfortunately, apparently he's just wide open. And, you know, it's fair. I wasn't that far up on him. Right? I'm scared about losing the ball here, so I'm going to try and do some dribble moves to get away from him. I wasn't really looking at the floor there. I have no clue if my teammates were open, so that's on me. I need to look up for those. But I hit Monty here. He's not going to shoot for some reason. I just don't understand. All right. Then we're going to try and sauce my man up. All right. Hit Monty while he's wide open. Great shot. Great pass. Great everything there. Just great overall team chemistry. All right. My guy takes a really forced 3. Like, I've never seen a 3 more forced. All right, we hit Monty wide open. Oh my goodness, he misses again. Unfortunate. All right, I'm guarding his man now, and apparently because my character is so short, I'm really not guarding anybody. Right. So for some reason, I'm gonna try and shoot it from out here, and the guy's just like, you guys saw how big that green meter was, and then the guy contested. So it's really unfortunate. But, you know, we're just going to game it from over yonder, you know, all the way back in Yucatan. So, overall, great game. Again, shot 67% from the field. His friend shot 100%, and Monty shot not 100%, but he did have 2 points, 1 steal, and a rebound. All right, so that's really good. We'll take a look at the stats here. And And 1 second, 1 second. I guess we don't take a look at the stats because we won. That's very uncharacteristic of me, but apparently we just we couldn't care less what the stats look like, right? So we won. That's what's important, right? Moving on to the next game. So going into this game, Monty has to be shooting like 10% from 3 now, right? I've seen him hit like 3 threes in his life, but I've just never seen him hit one consistently, right? So we're going into the game knowing that, and we're going into the game knowing that he's also been missing some of his field goals at the basket, right? So just keep that in mind. That might be important later. It might not be, right? Everybody's on the same build because we won, and we're going against a 96, a 99, and a 99, right? Obviously, we're gonna have to play a little bit of defense to stop these guys from scoring, right? As you can see, my averages have dropped a little bit. Monty is now shooting 14% from 3, and you know, it could be better, right? It could be better. He's also shooting 46% from the field, if that's important to you guys. So this will be a topic of contention later. So they're gonna start the game with a pass, not to my man, who I would have got the steal from on that possession, I believe, but to this guy in the denim hearts, and he gets literally clamped, like. But again, Monty's man is just wide open, so free points. Let's take a look here. I'm looking at the field, or I could have hit Monty on that cut. I was unfortunately too late. He still goes up with it anyway. Not entirely sure why, because there was 2 defenders there, but you know, it's a bad shot. So I'm looking for a shot here. I know I'm gonna hit to the corner, but unfortunately Monty's not a 3-point threat despite having a little 3-point thing under his name. So he's gonna pass to his friend, and then his friend's gonna, you know, kind of run the shot clock a little bit. I'm not upset with it. He's looking for a good shot. You know, you can't be mad at that. All right. Unfortunately, I think I was a little bit too late on the closeout there, and then I get beat later on in the possession, and that forces the helper to roll over and give up a wide open shot, but luckily they miss. Oh my goodness, that guy is on the floor on all fours. Really unfortunate, right? I'm gonna hit the corner, except for some reason I hit the back of the guy's shirt, so the ball doesn't get to Monty, unfortunately, but we were trying to get it to him. I see him sitting open in the corner. I think that was a bad shot, to be perfectly honest, and to be quite honest with you, I was expecting that guy to pass it forward, right? So I was trying to anticipate that pass forward. I don't know why 2K made me go for a steal there, like on the guy. All right, I tried to get the steal here. No dice, but luckily my guy doesn't shoot. Gives it to Denim Hearts, and then he gets put in a box again, as we love to see. And then all of a sudden he's out of the box, and we don't get the block. Thank you, 2K. We're now down 6-0, right? So we gotta put some points on the board. I hit Monty real quick because I see him. And 3 points, you know, 6-2. All right, now we got to play defense, get a stop, you know, do something crazy. For some reason, they're going to make me go for the steal late. Love you, 2K. Thank you so much. We're going to keep going down the court. I see Monty this time, except the guy in the pink was with him, so I didn't want to mess up that. I just make my own shot. This time I put him in a box and he steps out of bounds. So this should be a quick way to get some free points here. Monty hit the back cut. His friend missed him. I think his friend's mostly looking for me here. Right? I see him wide open at the top of the key, and for some reason it took me a while, but I had him wide open. He didn't shoot it, unfortunate. But he wants a better shot. You know, he's a dribble demon, so he's got it. I believe in him. I know his step back's kind of crazy, right? Unfortunately, he was boxed, and then, you know, I'm forced into a bad shot by 2K, despite just wanting to go lay it up, and, you know, if I get blocked, I get blocked. I'm gonna get a quick steal here, and for some reason, I don't pass it to Monty. Obviously, I can make that shot. It's a high percentage shot for me, and it might be a higher percentage shot for the team overall, considering the fact that Monty's shooting so poorly. I don't know why I drove here, but I definitely had a plan. If Monty would have cut right here, he would have had a free bucket, and somehow I get ripped. So that's just unfortunate. Great block here. I think he shoots a 3 and it goes in. Yep. And then we move on. And you know, right now the team is gelling. We're 1 point away from getting back in this thing. All right. I go up to pick it up. Don't get the steal somehow. All right. Unfortunately, because I'm running corner to corner, I can't close out my guy. Luckily, he misses. I'm out of stamina, so I can't stay with my guy. I get dunked on by the guy in the denim hearts. Really unfortunate. I'm just so short. I'm not guarding anything on this build. So, you know, his friend's looking for his shot. He hits me. All right, I'm going to drive in. Unfortunately, again, another turnover, because the second you touch the ball into somebody's leg, if it's you, it'll be a steal. But if it's me, if it's me, it'll be a steal. But if it's anybody else, they can dribble into me 4 minutes. Like right here, as you can see. All right, obviously, we just had a offensive possession that we wasted. Great pass. Unfortunately, just terrible execution on the shot. Well, maybe not terrible. He just missed. It wasn't even that bad of a miss. Monty's going to hit me. I don't use the screen properly. That's on me. But I do go score anyway by rejecting it. Denim Hearts is just wide open for 3. Can't even blame anybody for that. That's just good IQ on Denim Hearts. You know, everybody's down the court celebrating. Let's go back. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I should have went up with that, but I gave it to Monty. Unfortunately, Monty misses. All right, can't expect him to hit those threes, especially with his season average. That's on me. You know. Then again, he could have passed the ball. Right, there was still a lot of time left on the shot clock. I can't get the stop here because I went for the steal rather than putting the stick down and trying to contest. All right, I see Monty in the corner. We're gonna hit him. All right. Luckily, this time he goes up for a layup. He took 12 years to do it, but eventually it got done, right? So that's the important part. I'm gonna guard him here, and unfortunately, I lost track of my man. My man gets a free layup. At this point, it's 17-11. All right, I really want to shoot this 3, but I'm scared of getting blocked. I hit Monty. All right, Monty just misses again, even despite being open. And he didn't go back up for some odd reason, right? He sets a screen that I can't use because he's standing in front of the, he's standing between me and the baseline. So we unfortunately wasted the shot clock there. Had to force up a bad shot, and then I couldn't grab the board somehow. It's because I'm so short. So we get the ball back here. Monty's just gonna miss another great look. Unfortunately, I take this shot. I think I was trying to pump fake, but or do a spin move. I can't remember, but I don't think that was a good shot by me either. They get the rebound, we get the rebound from their missed shot. I hit Monty on a clean little behind the back, and he makes it. So now it's 17-13. Monty's just incapable of playing correct defense. Unfortunately, I foul here. Kind of bails us out a little bit. But let's take a look here. They're going to inbound it almost definitely to my guy. I lied straight to you guys. They inbound it to his friend's guy. And they get a steal somehow, right? They're going to hit me. All right, I hit him back. I don't know why he didn't keep cutting. Holy guacamole, what is he doing? He was wide open. Luckily, we still get the basket. 17-15. All we have to do is get a stop and go score, right? My guy's going to take a step back. Not a great shot at all. All right. Unfortunately, his friend's guy gets open because he went down for the rebound. And really just unfortunate, right? Now it's 20-15. He's dribbling. He's looking for a good shot. Honestly, I was kind of wide open earlier, but now I'm out of stamina. I'm going to lose the ball, and this is going to lead to our loss. So, yeah, overall, not a great game for everybody. You know, not a terrible game for me or Monty's friend, but for Monty was 3 for 7 when all of his shots were in the paint. Unacceptable. I was 2 for 5. That's also really bad. And his friend was 2 for 6. These kind of games just can't happen. Otherwise, you're kind of doomed to lose. You know what I mean? So just unfortunate. But that is today's experience with Monty. You know what I mean? So that's that.